Hey y'all, it's Kim. So this is the Epstein flight logs released in USA versus Maxwell. I mean, we'll just kind of look through here and see if we see anything that stands out. I'm seeing, yeah, let's see, something about somebody Coleman, Mr. Mariano, maybe. It says Jeffrey. Let's see. Yeah, it's Jeffrey Epstein and Jeffrey. And I think these are from like July of 1991. So these are going way back. So we'll see if we can see anything in here. I mean, you can always stop it. I'll put this link in there if you want to go back and read it. Jeffrey and Jelaine, above, Jeffrey, Eva Anderson, Jeffrey, Eva, Mark Epstein, Jeffrey, Mark, Jeffrey. Let's see. Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell. Shoot, I can't see that name. Cressing? I don't know. I try to make this a little bigger, but obviously doesn't want to zoom in that much. Let me try something else. It probably won't get any bigger. Let's see. Maybe. Let's see if that works. Okay. So you have Jeffrey Epstein, Ray Scorn, maybe? Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell, Chris Singh, maybe? Above, Jeffrey and Heather. Above, Jeffrey, Jelaine, Lisa, Jeffrey, Heather, uh, Jeffrey, something, Eva Anderson. Above, Jeffrey. So these must be the dates on the side, like the 23rd and all that. Jeffrey Epstein, Heather, Ira Zuckerman, Jeffrey, Christine, Kenneth, what? Something Kennedalia, Dolly, Jeffrey, Christine, I guess, Heather, above, Christina, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey, Christina, Katie, something Roger Temple. Let's see, something about Harry Harvard, Jeffrey, Eva Anderson, above. Let's see, he's damn active on this plane here. Jeffrey, Eva, Fitzgibbon, Heather Fitzgibbon, above. Delane Maxwell, Christina. Let's see, some of these are hard to see. Delane Maxwell and something Pax. Maybe it's one or 12 passengers, maybe. So he didn't have enough room. Reposition to wherever. Reposition. All right. Jeffrey Ghislaine Maxwell. This is December of 1991. Jeffrey Ghislaine Maxwell. Jeffrey Christina and 8 something. I think that's what that says. And Jeffrey and Christina. Jeffrey Anderson. Jeffrey something. It's hard to read this. Something about 82. And then let's see, reposition to pick up Jeffrey Anderson, Keith Lepler, I don't know. And then some of this handwriting is getting smaller. Jeffrey, Christina Kennedy, something. Something about Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Mark Epstein. I don't know what this is. Mark. Jeffrey and Kimberly, Jeffrey and one male. It doesn't say the name. That was on the 21st. Jeffrey Jelaine. Academy Awards. Ooh, that's weird. All right, so this is March of '92. Jeffrey Jelaine. Jeffrey and one passenger. Jeffrey and one passenger doesn't say the name. Jeffrey, Christina. Jeffrey, Jelaine, Christina. So there's Christina with a K and Christina with a C. Jeffrey, Christina, Jeffrey, Jelaine, Abigail. Jeffrey, Jelaine, one male, one male. Jeffrey, Jelaine, Alan Greenberg, one male, one male. And then Jeffrey, Jelaine, something Bob Wendy, Ken Lepper, Mary Lepper or something, Miss Lepper, I don't know. I can't see those names. So Ira Zuckerman and Christine. Anyway, let's see. Redistribution of Teterboro, so a reposition. Jeffrey Delane, Jeffrey, Delane. A reposition of CMH. Jeffrey, Delane. Jeffrey, uh, Reagan Copen, maybe? I can't see that. It's like the handwriting gets bad. All right, Jelaine Abigail Copel. Okay, Stephen Zuckerman and Judy Tuckerman maybe. Okay, Steve Tuckerman and Judy. So Jeffrey, Jelaine, James Murphy. Jeffrey, Jelaine, one female. That's weird if they don't put who it is. One female, one female. Interesting. Jeffrey Jelaine, one female. Jeffrey Jelaine, James Murphy. James Murphy again. James Murphy, Christina, and Kenneth. I don't know how the hell you say that name. James Murphy, Zuckerman, Pam Stevens. Let's see. I'm looking for anybody that's kind of like big name. Jelaine, James Murphy. I don't know who that is. Murphy. So they were traveling all over the place. All right. Eva Anderson, Arthur, something. Terry, uh, Grand Isle, New England, maybe. Jeffrey Delane. Okay. All right. So Jeffrey Delane, Tommy Quinn, something. Can't see that. Jeffrey's on there by himself several times. Tommy Quinn. Let's see. I mean, just because they're on the plane doesn't necessarily mean they did anything. FRH. Check out this Cessna. David Mano, whatever. Critical attitude recovery, something. Some of these are hard to see. Okay, Jeffrey and Mark Epstein. Jeffrey, two females. Jeffrey, one male or female. And then Jeffrey, Ghislaine, one female. So that's weird that they wouldn't put the name of the person. Jeffrey and Kim, Jeffrey, Ghislaine. No passengers. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, one female. Ghislaine, Doug. No passengers. Ghislaine, one female, one female. Uh, Ghislaine. Yeah. Eva Cox. Okay. Tasha. Jeffrey, no passengers. Go to something 1949. I can't tell what that is. Linda, maybe. Jeffrey and Jelaine, Jim. These, yeah, all that. No passengers. Two aunts. Nancy. Yeah, Eva Anderson. And who knows if these people are actually like given their true name. So who knows? Tommy Quinn, something McMillan, Tom McMillan. Okay, that makes sense now. Congressman Tom McMillan. Oh, from New York. Jeffrey, Tasha, maybe. No passengers. Crew Nancy. I don't know. Miss something. Yeah, I can't see what that says. Some of this is such bad handwriting, but it's also a copy. So, ooh, that's a horrible. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's bad. Something Gold, Bob Gold, Aaron Nance. Oh, okay. So right here on the 23rd of March, so it has Jeffrey, Crude, Nance, and Donald Trump. And then Jeffrey, I don't know where PBI is. What's PBI? Google. So PBI. Oh, Palm Beach. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. PBI Airport. Okay, Palm Beach International. Got it. Okay. Where'd that paper go? Where was I looking at it? Oh, the up here. Okay. So hold on. So from Teterboro, right? That doesn't mean he did anything. I mean, he's going from Teterboro, which is in New Jersey, to PBI, and then PBI back to Teterboro. So Jeffrey and Donald Trump, they let these people off, whoever that was. And then Jeffrey Anderson, or Jeffrey and Eva Anderson, uh, total sent from the something point breaking down flats. I don't know, whatever that means. Okay, Jelaine, John Stephanos, something. Yeah, I can't see those names. It's something Stephanos, maybe. Mhm. So this is getting worse. So this is June of 1993. Don DeVito, uh, something Nance, and then something. I mean, there was a lot of people on the plane, so either we're gonna say they're all guilty or something, or they're, you know what I mean? They're just kind of like innocent people that got hung up with this dude because this is early on. This is 1993. It doesn't mean that they did anything, but who knows how long this actually went before he ever got busted? Because the first time I saw anything about it was like for the 1995 cases. So who knows? Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's any real names on here. This is such small handwriting. Okay, so here's an October 3rd entry. So this may have been something that was in one of the depositions. So it has JEGMDOMG, repeat, and the one female. So the lady was pointing out the flat logs when they started doing these initials because there were so many of them on there. And then, okay, so this is from PBI, so from Palm Beach International to Teterboro. So it's Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, DO, which I don't know who that is, SB, and then Donald Trump. I mean, this is, like I said, October of 1993. Again, you'll have Donald Trump's name on here, so it's PBI to TEB. I mean, it doesn't mean, I mean, they were hanging out together, that's obvious, but that doesn't mean that they were sharing girls. I mean, or whatever you want to say. Let's see here. So they got a bunch of this stuff on the side. JE. And then Russ Kippus, I don't know what that is. And GM, oh, that's Ghislaine Maxwell. She tried to play it off like she didn't know what it was, but they started doing all of this with just the initials SB and one female. Okay. And no, I'm not excusing anybody. Just I'm just throwing out there because I'm trying to figure out information just like everybody else. So this is better. Okay. It says PBI to DCA. Let's see what that one is. DCA Airport. Okay. So Ronald Reagan, okay, Washington or National Airport, Virginia. Come on. So this one, what was the date? So this is May of 1994. So it has J.E. Donald Trump, Marla, Tiffany, and the nanny, and then this is Mark Middleton, J.E. Donald Trump. So they left from there to go to Teterboro, which is in New Jersey. So J.E. Well, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, Marla, Tiffany, and the nanny, and then no passengers. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Uh, Jeffrey Epstein, Christina Kincato, and then JG and Bob Gold, and then Jim something here, Warden. So I mean, there may have been a perfectly legitimate reason for somebody to be on the plane. I mean, they may just not have realized what was going on, in his private life. I'm not excusing anyone for sure. So from Teterboro to DCA, which is that international airport in Virginia. So Jeffrey Epstein and then Senator George Mitchell. One of the girls did say she was forced to do something with this guy. I'm just throwing that out there. Um, I don't remember if it was Virginia Giuffre or one of the other girls, but I'm sure it was in one of the videos, and I can't remember which one. It was just like during the deposition period or something like that. Okay. So there's a bunch of names here. Excuse me, JEGM, and then El Gato. What? Who the hell is that? Okay, and then so Joe Warner, JE Francis Jarpin. Okay, my hand's hurting. Okay, I'm looking for like Prince Andrew. That may come later, but I mean, I'm just looking for people that have been for sure names and all this stuff. Um, Test flight for vibration after takeoff. Okay. JEGM and Jerry, JE and one female, JEGM. Sophia Biddle, Francis Ruperts. He did a lot of flights by himself. What was the dates on this? Okay, this is 1994. So I'm wondering if it'll show like Kevin Spacey and Clinton in that time frame because I think that may have been around the time they went to Africa together. If this is the same plane. So J.E. Luba, Andy Stewart, J.M. Andy, Henry Rozovsky. And I'm wondering, what is that one? IAD, reposition. I don't know what that is. Okay, so here's one J.E. Rupert, David Roth, and then 4 passengers. J.E. Rupert, Luba, and 4 passengers. You would think their names would be listed in case there was a problem, but I guess not. And then 1 female. Andy, I'm wondering if that's Prince Andrew. Oh, Jim Williamson. Okay, Teterboro. That's weird. Okay. It just says Andy, Jonathan, something Stokes, maybe. So PBI, they were going back and forth. I guess that's San Francisco, maybe. NEW, Andy, Hara, Wickerman, I don't know. Mark Epstein. Let's see. Something about, okay, Senator George Mitchell, and then something about Mitchell, and then two, wife, okay, Mrs. Mitchell, whatever her name is, Andy Stewart, and then, anyway, what's the SAB? SAB, let's see what that one is. Oh, Savannah, Georgia. Okay. So this is 1995. So the current training, okay, is a simulator. Andy Stewart. Okay. Some of these checkout flights. JEGM, Mandy Milroy, Robin, and then Eileen Guggenheim, Robin, Matt Iffy. See, a lot of them are like, it looks like they're, a husband and wife situation. Some of them, not all. Paula Epstein, and then Miss something of Donald Trump, Eric Trump, J.E.'s aunt. Let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Roth. Uh, let's see. So JEGM, it's six passengers. You would think that they would have to list them all by name. Just saying. George Mitchell. This is Heather Mitchell. No passengers to TBI for 18-month inspection. Good. Paula Epstein, Francis something Goldman, maybe. I know this is taking a while, but I'm just looking through it. I mean, I know this has been around, but if we're gonna just be throwing out accusations, we need to have more information. So I do think it is weird when they put just like one female. It doesn't tell you who they are, but you would think they would have to. Eva Glenn, Selena, and I don't know, something instrument. So this is April of 1996. This plane's got a lot of people on it. Pamela Johannahoff, J.E. Katarina Kutzig, uh, two females, one female. So J.G. Paula Epstein, Allison Charisse, maybe? I don't know. And then Tiffany, kind of training, Ira Zuckerman, Selena, so David Rothman, Alicia Taylor, maybe, and then two passengers. Let's see, Robin Plant. He came by himself. So John Glenn, Alan Dershowitz. Okay, Alan, that's his attorney. So that makes sense. So CMH. I don't know which one is CMH. Okay, Columbus, Ohio. Oh shoot. Sorry. You don't want to see my face. It's okay. All right. So Alan Dershowitz, returning Teterboro, Selena Middle. I don't know. I don't even want to say that. Middleton, I don't know. I don't Middle Heart doesn't look like that, but anyway, so this is September 1996. TMH for pickup. Ira Zickerman, Jeff Shantz. There's a bunch of names on here. Didier. Yeah. Larry, Shannon, Joe Pascal, Sharon. Same. Some of these are same names. Well, what's it doing? Okay. Jeff Shantz, Darren. It's Claire, Eva, and Glenn Dubin. Okay, I've heard that name. Baby and nanny. Okay. Two females. Yeah, that's kind of strange. I don't know. Mark and Karen Epstein. Two aunts. I'm gonna buy a baby. Yeah, it's gonna say Diddy. What? But it's Didier, something like that. Claire Hazel Amanda, Gwendolyn Beck, maybe. Some of these you can't read because it's too many. No passengers. Yeah, I don't know when Clinton and then went on the plane just because they went to, um, well, the Africa trip. That may be later on. Okay, so this one was better. Okay, so a lot of Jelaine. Okay, why is this one blacked out? Question. SAF. Okay, so San Francisco. That was on the 9th. All right. The position is JFK. Selena middle. Hard is what it looks like. Sorry, but that's what it looks like. Ginger Southgate. J.E. Mandy. Didier. Lynn Forrester. Heather Man. Heather. J.E. and then J.E.G.M. Okay. J.E.G.M. and Paula Epstein. It's his sister-in-law. Okay. Something operations. Okay. For takeoff and landing. Okay. Uh, let's see. J.E.G.M. John and Annette, maybe Glenn. Is that their names? Like the actual John Glenn? John and Annette Glenn. Let me see if that's it. Let's see who he's married to. Sorry if this is boring, but I'm just searching through the documents. I want to know. So let's see. Who's he married to? Oh, Anne Margaret Castor. Okay, let's see. So John and Anne Glenn is what it says right there. And then a flight attendant and Jerry something. Okay. Position, Heather May. Joe Pagano. Isn't that one of the, maybe not. Let's look. Okay, American football coach, maybe. If that's the same person, I don't know. Okay, Jordan Dubin. And the Dubin guy, I don't know his name, his first name, but he was alleged to have done something to one of the girls, and I don't know if it was Virginia Giuffre or who it was. But of course, that's why they had the defamation suit between what's her name, Virginia Giuffre and Maxwell. So anyway, bunch of names: Gwendolyn Beck, Ellen Spencer, something about Dubin here. I think that's probably the son. So this Alan Dershowitz. Yeah, they got a bunch of names on there. Several. Okay, so this is 1998. So check out in something 172. So this has three females. Uh, something Wagner. Yeah, I can't tell what that says. So JEGM and ET. Who was that? Gwendolyn Beck. Gary Currency. I don't know. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff on here that's kind of hard to tell. Chris Wagner, something about ops. I don't know if that was some type of training or what that was. Eva Anderson, JGGM, ET, Doug Schotel, and ET. I don't know who ET is. Chris Wagner, three emergency landing night. Oh, okay, requirements. Oh, okay, so this guy's doing training during all this stuff too. Emergency, something, instrument, competency check. So he had to put all that in there. So Oliver Sacks, Paul Mellon, Glenn, Eva something, Jordan Dewin, Jeff Schultz, or whatever. So this plane gets a lot of activity for sure. Okay, so this is April of 98. So some of this is the training again. Let's see. Christy Rogers, Patsy, SNL, something crimes, descent. Okay, so some of this is just like the training. Okay, we're not worried about that. So this guy, yeah, this Chris Wagner, short soft, something or another. Okay, so J.E. Robin and Steven, and then J.E. G.M. G.T., and then somebody's redacted here. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Why are you redacted and everybody else is showing up? Okay, so this is May of 98. J.E.E.J. Yeah, I don't know who E.J. will be. Usually it's J.E. and G.M. Then G.T., Claire, Hazel, Cora something, Mandy Ellison, Mandy, Gwendolyn, J.E., Sophie, Biddle, two females. Yeah. So let's see. Jonathan Mann. Okay, so it looks like he's doing a lot of training here. All of this. Okay. A bunch of stuff on here. Altitude, something. Okay, so J.E., G.M., Adam, Emmy, and Ron, Melanie Starnes, no passengers, J.E., 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 Melinda Lentz, Paul Epstein, or Paula Epstein, Adam Perry Land, something like that. Okay, something about more, looks like more training. Well, that looks like more training stuff. All right, Mandy Ellison. Okay. Larry Summers, I've heard that name. I'm not sure about this one. Gwendolyn Back, Lynn Forrest third, reposition for curfew. Lynn Forrest third, JEGM, Luba and Dara. Come on, catch up. Okay, Rhonda Shearer, Adam Perry Lang, AR maybe or AP. Hmm. Let's see. Sophie Bill, Sophie Allen Dershowitz, Gwendolyn Beck. Okay. Alexia, JEGM, Mary Epstein, Lynn Forrester, and two, Glenn Dubin, and then something position, JEGM, Mark Epstein, Mandy, and something Meredith, Alexia. So it looks like Sean Luke, Olga. Don't even get me started on that last name. I don't know. Let's see. ETAP, A and E. PMP. What's PMP? Okay, Pompano Beach, Florida. Okay, go back up. Okay, down here. Okay, A and E. I'm wondering who that is. AEF, AE. Oh, full controls, advancement. Okay, so he's doing training on those. Never mind. Like, what is that? What kind of crap is that? Something Kelson. Come on. Okay, let's see. Melinda Lance. Something about three females. Alright. It looks like he's doing a lot of training, so we'll go on past this. I want to make sure Jeffrey Tiffany Gringa or something. Yeah, something Hambro. Okay. So EJ, DP, Eva, Selena, maybe Jordan, and then two females. JEAP, two females. What is Prince Andrew? Hold on. Prince Andrew. Okay, let's look at his like initials. Okay, Prince Andrew. I want to see his name. Okay, I don't care about his age. Okay, he's Duke of blah blah blah. What's his actual name? Let's see. Okay, Andy Albert Christian Edward. So if it says like AE, that's probably him. I haven't seen that so far. AP, I see that. Two females. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. That doesn't mean that it's not here. maybe later on. Okay, so this is, I guess we're all the way up to 1999. Charles and Monica, two females. Okay, Alan Dershowitz, one male. One male. Tiffany Gramser, I don't know. Sophia Biddle. Okay, yeah, yeah, this one's getting back. Okay, so this is May of 1999. So Tiffany Grahams, okay, insurance company, something. JEGM, Gwendolyn Beck, Gwen Dubin, Eva. Let's go, a bunch of people on there. Tiffany Grahams, Mandy, Tiffany Grahams, Gwendolyn Beck. Let's see here. Just looking through Lisa, Shelley. It's Oakland, San Francisco. BNY was BNY. I'm just looking at the different airport codes. Ah, dang it. AmandaZeg.com. I'm going to say VNH. Okay. What? Oh, VNY. Duh. Okay. Okay, Van Nuys, California. Okay. We may not strike gold on this, but we'll at least look for a few more. I mean, it's something Claire Vicaria, Miss Hazel, something cousin. Shannon, Claire Hazel, Marshall, one male. Okay, GMAP, Aubrey Rainbolt, and an ET. All right, I'll go ahead and stop it here and then I'll start another one, just do a continuation of these flat logs. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye.